Project cars suck. Alright, so a bit of a project car update because I haven't done it in so long now. First of all, sorry to the people who follow me just for Suzuki's. Unfortunately, I've been doing a lot of stuff in my burnout car, I've been having a ball with that. That's kind of where all my focus has been. Alright, so moving on. This car is so elegantly named, well, I'm not going to say its title because, you know, it's YouTube. So this is known by one of the local guys, quite a popular guy online, Lord Lettuce. Dropped. And basically he's one of those guys, he sends funny Snapchats, makes people smile, which is, well, needs more smiles, but also raises a shitload of money for charity and all that kind of stuff. Absolute legend of a dude. Alright, so he picked up this darling in straight as, a few marks on her, and bent the front bumper himself. Picked it up and wanted to restore it, keep it really stock, because you don't really see many really nice stock Sierras anymore. So unfortunately 1300 in it, just, yeah, slow. He wanted more. So we put a G16B in it, he picked up a motor, I put it in, gone through the whole rigmarole, and I'll cut to here, and you can hear what happens when it started. Yeah, so not great. I assume it's got a broken piston skirt because I checked the big ends where I had it apart. There was no metal, nothing in the engine like to indicate that, because obviously G16B swap requires a sump swap, and the Bellino one requires the front of the sump to be cut, welded in. It's a bit of rigmarole, but I'm a big believer in these engines, which is interesting because I hate them. They're rubbish. They crack, they die, they do head gaskets. This one we got for cheap because it had no head, because the head was cracked. Was the only one we could find. Usually I'd just put another one in, smack it in, put it back together. I wouldn't even worry about K's. They don't seem to care. You get issues with them, like they crack down the block here. I've seen heaps like that. I've seen one crack around here as well. I've seen mine was cracked from the top to the bottom. Pretty hard to believe, and it was only held together by the head and the outside casing. Not even kidding, it was terrible. But in saying that, a big but, they're real cheap. They're usually super easy to find. And once you've got a good one, they take a hiding. This is the one out of my long wheelbase. This one, it's a bit different to how most are, obviously. Anyone can see that. These motors only came out fuel injected. So this one, I didn't want fuel injection because, you know, I'm an idiot. I like carburetors. I don't at all. I just wanted to build something completely different. I'd never seen it done. A guy called Osterin, I hope that's your name right, if you pronunciation of your name right if you watch this, mate. He runs twin side draft Webers on here. So now he's done a fairly similar setup at the back here. What it is a camshaft out of a Vitara, a little spacer, put can gear on, drill and tap to take the Sierra, rear distributor housing, Sierra distributor, and bang. You have the distributor turns the right way, right firing order. I'm assuming the right advancement curve because I don't think there's a difference between the 1300 and 1600 ones. Anyway, it works. These carbies, they're dirt cheap. They're 25 bucks each, something stupidly cheap off eBay. 30mm dirt bike carbies. This all came around, or pit bike carbies even, as you may. So this all came around through looking at the standard 1 litre carby back when my ute was a 1 litre. So I was looking at the carby and I needed something better. It wouldn't run outside. I had a pit bike once that ran outside. So I was like, hey, got the verniers out. Standard 1 litre carby has 29mm through the throat. These are 30. And I just went online and I searched 30mm carby. And these came up, and I bought one and I put it on the ute, and my mate Dougie, good old Dougie, he helped me tune it, because I knew nothing about them. Turns out these are so easy to tune. There's nothing in it at all. There's like one jet and a needle height size. Once you get the jetting roughly right, your needle height gives you that finer adjustment, that's it. Pull the plugs out, check them to read them. It took, in saying that, it took me a long time to get these right. So anyway, when we progressed from the 1 litre, I wanted to keep these, but obviously a single wasn't going to cut it. They didn't make a 50mm that was affordable, so I was like, hey, twin carbies. And it works. I've made an intake for it and all that kind of stuff. A lot more to it. But anyway, getting back to why these motors are actually good and crap. They fit. So many Zooks, people start builds and they're just never finished because they take too much work. Like, for instance, recent discussion, we'll call it a discussion, had with a mate about these versus 4AG. And 4AG's more power, yep, for sure, but it's like 10 times more work. When you got to move everything and start cutting things and you got custom tail shafts or the jack shafts long, it's never going to be right. Take one of these, you get your kit, and it bolts straight in. Like, anyone can do it. There's a bit of wiring, that's a bit hard, but it's nothing to it, really. It's time consuming, and really, really time consuming. It's your first one, and there's always unexpected things, but these things work. They fit, they make about the right amount of power. There's not much more to be said, really. They're just simple. And when you pop the bonnet, oh, it's still a Suzuki motor. Yeah, this one looks a bit different, but you know, with the factory intake pipe, they can be made to look so they look factory. Other news, I no longer have Richie, my bent tin top 1 litre. And I only got it back not recently. I got it back realistically for a mate's bucks party, for Gricey's bucks party. It was legendary, it was awesome. So it was time to move on. I now have a S12 Nissan Gazelle that I'm going to do a few videos on, obviously. Still unsure of its fate, realistically. I'd like to do a lot of work to it, and then I'd like to not do work to it because I'm sick of working on cars. Anyway, alright, an update. The chassis, look at this. So the chassis has now been painted. All repaired, all mounts are welded in. If I can get... There's a bit more of that one than you can see, obviously. I love it. The finish came up pretty good. I'd like to say it's about what I was looking for. So hopefully I've now got to weld out this, which is your front housing, and can get slammed back in the car. And that's exciting. Well, if you call a chassis a car, I guess it is. I've had a few crazy ideas of late of using Jimny parts, dash, loom, computer, motor. I'm not sure though. Realistically, budget says no. But if someone does happen to come across early M-Series Jimny that has been rolled, trashed, blown up, don't care if it's cheap. I mean cheap. I want it. So let me know. But yeah, if not, I'm going to go back to my plans, which I still do love. I love that carby motor. I love the SJ80 dash. It's the best looking of the Sierra dashes in my opinion. And I love the SJ80 front end, which I've obviously still got here. I haven't finished doing that from like update 1 or 2. I'm getting to it. It's on the to-do list. So just too much stuff. Alright, well thank you very much for tuning in. If you guys do like my videos, please do subscribe. It would be cool. I don't care about anything else really. But yeah, thank you very much. Catch you next time.